I agree with Stephen Hawking when he states that this is the most dangerous time for our planet. While technology can be seen to benefit all or most, it is in fact only benefiting the elites or those who are creating them. Having machines take over day-to-day jobs or tasks may seem like a great thing. However, it is forcing more people to be unemployed and leaving them stuck on where to go next. And with the rise of technology, more jobs will begin to be taken away. For example, with the introduction of autonomous cars, taxi drivers, school bus drivers, public transportation drivers, etc., will begin to lose their jobs to these machines. Additionally, Amazon just launched a cashierless store. Proving to be successful, this will eventually cause many people to lose their jobs because retail stores will replace cashiers with these automated sensors that completes the same task at a cheaper cost. Essentially, technology is creating a jobless future for the world, and while we may want the luxury of having things done for us, we are essentially not benefiting from it. Those who are creating it are. We are losing money, losing our value, and putting more money in the pockets of the elites. This is the most dangerous time because technology is at an inflection point. The world isn't completely controlled by machines, but is on the path of becoming that. However, we have the ability to not let this happen. We just need to learn to become like the elitists and invent these technologies or learn how they work so we can participate in this change. Because if we don't, the world of robots and machines taking over will occur earlier than anticipated. Technology is currently on a seesaw with the ability of making the world very dangerous or the ability to make it a better place. The world must come together knowing that humans still have the power to decide which side of the seesaw to sit on. I created a mask to depict exactly what technology is doing to our society. The overall concept of the mask is to represent how society is separated into three different worlds. The advancement of technology has led to this gap between the societies to get even bigger. One side of the mask represents the elites who are either creating the technologies or investing in them and are continuously living a prosperous life despite the rise of technology and takes up most of the mask because they take up most of the money in society. The sky blue background, the shining sun, the tree, and birds flying represent that the elite's world isn't changing with the rise of technology. They are still living a lavish life and money is coming into them because of these technologies, thus the money growing on the tree. The other side of the mask represents a divided middle class. The upper portion of the mask portrays the side of the middle class that hasn't completely lost itself to technology. However, it is being affected most by the rise of technology, thus the words on the frame signifying how they are being affected. The sky blue and gray background signify that they are being affected by the technology but still can see that technology is going to destroy our world and can make a change so that won't happen. The red border signifies blood because they are being affected the most in a negative way. Moreover, the lower portion of the mask represents the middle class that is so far gone and has allowed technology to completely take over their lives. The dark gray background signifies that they are lost in society, where the robot signifies the people themselves. They have allowed technology to take over and those who create these technologies to have power over them, that they are essentially robots who function on command by those in power and cannot operate unless a machine is involved. Furthermore, the mask has no mouth or set of lips to symbolize that technology has caused individuals to not have a voice. People hide behind screens to communicate, thus not needing a mouth to be vocal. Finally, the brain being held in hands signifies that technology has power over us all, and if we don't act now, it will squeeze our brains so that it can control our minds completely. Depending on your perspective of the mask, you can get different stories from it. This perspective shows that one side of society sees no harm in the rise of technology. They feel that the world is a much better place with it, and they are still able to live lavishly. This perspective shows the members in society who realize that technology is taking over and is destroying our world. They are aware and being affected by it the most. However, they understand that they must take action soon or it will be too late and destruction will be near. This perspective shows that these members of society are completely unaware of what technology is doing to our planet. They feel as if they are completely benefiting from technology because everything is getting done for them. Thus, them becoming robots themselves because they have been programmed to allow these machines to take over. This perspective shows that the brain looks very big and seems as if it is bigger than the hands that are actually holding it. This depicts those in society who think that they are still above technology and don't need to worry because they feel that technology is actually impacting the world for the better. Finally, this perspective shows that the brain is in fact very small in comparison to the hands that are holding it. It represents the brains of people who are allowing technology to take over. They are losing their natural instincts and intelligence and relying on technology to be their brain instead. Thus, the hands holding the brain represents technology taking over the minds of people in society. While technology is continuously prospering and seems to be taking over our world for the worse, not all technological advances are being used to negatively impact society. Social entrepreneur Alexandra Ivanovich has plans to impact social issues through her development of mobile virtual reality apps. These apps are designed to stimulate empathy in others in an attempt to combat prejudice, specifically racial bias. Although launched in France, Ivanovich's primary target is the U.S. police force, who over the past few years provide disturbing statistics of racial prejudice, especially to the African American community. Overall, Ivanovich feels that virtual reality will allow her to reach audiences she wouldn't regularly reach and allow the cause to go viral because VR is currently very popular. VR provides the technology that allows the users to be completely immersed in the virtual environment. This essentially allows the users to feel empathy because they will be experiencing the racial bias marginalized people are currently experiencing.